You're watching Nappicast by Jason Nappy Weather. High pressure moving in, a lot of sunshine for Mother's Day. Watch out for things to cool off tonight, though, in the frost advisory potential area with temperatures flirting with those upper 30s. So, all that in the forecast coming up. First, let's take a look at the storm that is now exiting stage right. There it goes. High pressure coming in from the west. We're going to have a land breeze today. That's going to warm things up, especially along the coastal plain. You can see where we have that break in the cloud cover. A lot of cloud cover down to the south. In the southeast, the Gulf Coast, they're getting hammered with rainfall. Speaking of rainfall, we got a good storm that came through, a coastal hugger. I certainly wouldn't call this a nor'easter. There wasn't a lot of wind with it. But here you can see the track of the storm with all of that moisture that was thrown northwest. So what you have here is some yellows, some reds. So 2, 3, 4 inches of rainfall that fell in the last 24 to 36 hours from basically the Catskills, Westchester, New York, heading up towards the Berkshires, southern New Hampshire, the seacoast, the mid-coast of Maine here. So I can even zoom in and show you that a little bit better. You got the reds, that's 3, 4 inches where you have the reds popping up, and you've got the kind of the blue shade, gray shade, that's 1, 2 inch range. So all the way up to down east Maine got close to 2 inches. Let's take a closer look at Maine now for all my loyal followers in Maine, and look at where all the numbers here you've got in the mid-coast where 2, 3, even up to close to 4 inches of rain fell. I can even zoom in a little bit closer here and show you this. How about over towards the mid-coast, Lincoln County, Saginaw, you got 1, 2, close to 3 inches of rainfall there. So obviously the mid-coast got hit very hard from this storm. And the good news is that looking at the river gauges, we're all green, okay? In Maine, at least. In New Hampshire, there are some oranges popping up, but in Maine, it's all green for the forecast and for what was recorded as far as rain gauges. So we dodged that bullet. We didn't get into the flooding criteria, even though obviously the soils are very, very wet right now. And we'll get some drying to help things out. See that here, we're going to have high pressure come in from the west here and dry things out. Big storm that is stalled to the south in the Gulf Coast with 6, 7, 8 inches of rain in basically the Gulf Coast, the southeast. They're getting hammered there. But we're going to have high pressure come in for us in New England, and that's going to warm things up and clear things out until the next storm gets here. And here it is, the next storm coming through. It's not going to be that storm in the south. This storm here, this low, is going to really fall apart, only give us a couple showers. It's going to be watch over here for the next storm to come through, okay? And for the weekend again, I know, I've heard it now, but here it goes. So that fades away, but here comes that next storm. You see this one that's barreling down the weather highway, this upper level closed low. That's the next storm to come through. Right now, it doesn't look to be as heavy as the last storm, but that is the next one coming down the pipeline, down the weather highway, and it gets here by Saturday and especially really on Sunday. That's when the heaviest rain is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and bring that up here on the big next green blob. So that one to the south kind of falls apart. We get a few showers. It's not going to be here until Saturday and Sunday where we get that upper level low to come through. And there it is. So you've got the green here, the green blob, that's rain. The showers would be heaviest second half of the weekend. That's the trend right now in the forecast. Although, don't cancel your plans. Not an all-weekend washout. Let's take a look at temperatures now the next 7 days here. So there's day 1. You've got big-time heat, upper Midwest. And watch what happens down in Texas. So we're going to warm up, too, here in Maine and the New England area right now, 50s and 60s. But go to day 2 and then day 3. So Texas is going to see incredible heat out of the south. Incredible heat. Triple digits easily. And we do warm up in New England too, okay? So we're going to warm up quite a bit. We're going to see mid-70s, even a run for the 80s, okay, for a few spots. Our warmest day is going to likely be Wednesday, Thursday, okay? That's when we start to see that really that land breeze crank up just a bit here. So we'll get a piece of the warm air from the south and the west, but we're not going to see a whole lot of it. We'll cool down, especially along the coastline with the onshore breeze. So here it is, Nappicast.com and JasonNappyWeather.com. You get the latest forecast in the latest weather blog. I go into more detail there. My weather blogs are updated daily. Let's get into the forecast now in more detail. I want to zoom into what's going to be happening in northern New England and in Maine. So here we go. Wednesday, Thursday, just a few showers. But then Friday, Saturday, a few showers around. It's really Saturday into especially Sunday. Saturday and Sunday when the heaviest rain gets here from that next system coming our way. So let's go into the forecast now in more detail. I'll show you Nappy's notes and get you ready here for the next few days. Look at all that sunshine. Lewiston, Auburn, Portland, Bangor, Caribou, a mixture of sun and clouds. Mild temps and dry until late week with showers for the weekend. Again, but once again, do not cancel your plans. It's not going to be an all weekend washout, but there will be showers around. Here's the new Mountains 10-day forecast. 62, a run for 70 on Tuesday, 75 Wednesday, 72 Thursday. The nicest weather we've seen in a long time. Pollen is going to be going up quite a bit with these temperatures going up. I can tell you that. 68 Friday, all the bugs, mosquitoes, black flies, all going to be waking up with these widespread 70s for days. And then next week, we cool down for next weekend with that front coming through on Sunday. Inland, here we go. This is the spring fever you wanted for the middle of May. 72, 75, 75, 73. So it's 4 days of 70s before we cool down just a bit for the weekend with those showers. For the coastline, not as warm. We're going to have a sea breeze. The ocean temperature is still in the 40s this time of the year, so the onshore flow is going to get cool. So especially late Monday, we'll see that sea breeze kick up. So 65, then we'll cool down, and then 60s for the rest of the week. But still, it's a lot better than the 44, 45 it was a couple days ago, right? Thank you for watching Nappicast and Jason Nappy Weather. The latest forecast is available right there.